What's up, everybody? Can you hear me? Good morning. We're close to good afternoon. This is a surprise Labor Day stream. We hit over 300 subs on YouTube recently, so we got to celebrate. We got to come and stream the Labor Day. What's up, everybody? Can you hear me? Good morning. The mic's a little loud. I just checked it, but it sounds great. Let's see what we can get here. There's no volume on Labor Day, huh? I mean, we knew there was going to be no volume. Ness, you just took the words out of my mouth. You're so slow volume today. Didn't catch anything. I know. You guys missed all the moves for last night. I made over $12,000 last night. It was an insane night. I don't know if you saw teammate Matt made over 14K, which was crazy. Crazy night. I wasn't planning to stream today, but I was like, you know what? We just hit 300 subs on YouTube. We might as well jump on a stream here. Celebrate the YouTube. Gotta celebrate the YouTube. Gotta let my dog in. My dog's at my door. Moose, you wanna come in? Come on. Come celebrate. We got 300 subs on YouTube. We gotta celebrate. We gotta celebrate that, yeah. Yeah, we gotta celebrate. We gotta celebrate 300 subs on YouTube, yeah. Good work. Isn't it too early for you, Ness? Not too late, right? Isn't Asia too? I mean, not Asia, but London is probably more your time. Yo, Ness, make sure you hit the thumbs up here. It helps the channel. I hear you. It is slow. I mean, when you're trading London, you're basically looking for the reversal, really, to be honest, or a continuation trade, or, you know, because London usually manipulates. I mean, look at it right here. London took out previous day low, right? Manipulated us to go lower, and then literally reverse back up. And now this is your accumulation. This is basically your London accumulation. This is your Asia, London. Sorry, yeah, your Asia accumulation, London manipulation, and then you would think New York would expand higher, right? But we'll see. We will see. There's not probably enough. There's probably no volume to get us higher, but we have 2 4-hour highs above us at the 500s, which is definitely a target. We've got hourly high here above. The hourly close pretty bullish. This hourly is candle 2. This is candle 3. This hourly should expand higher. So we'll see. We have SMT with the hourly here on ES and NQ. 15-minute is also SMTs. No, 15 minutes not an SMT yet. Equal high, and then one didn't take the high here. But the hourly does. Hourly is out of whack here. The hourly on ES is doing what NQ needs to be doing, which is heading higher. I want to see this 50-minute low taken, and then I want to see this reverse off of it. Ness, is the music too loud? I want to see that 15-minute low get taken there. says, nope, it's cool. All right, sweet. I appreciate it. Where's that thumbs up? Thumbs up, Ness. Let your boy get that thumbs up. By the way, I'm working on lighting up the background. We're going to have lights everywhere. It's going to be sick. Like a real YouTube studio here. Did we get this 15-minute low here? This is slow as hell. I mean, higher makes sense to me. The thing is, we could see one more dip here into VWAP and this area. I would love to buy this area. I would hate to buy it up here, but I feel like I definitely think higher prices are in order. Serious SMT up here, though. Dude, come to New York and stream with me. Let's do it. Come stream with me. So we took previous day low. We boosted up into premium of the range, right? Tapped into 062 to 0789 or 0786 on the fibs. Pushed back down to discount. Buyer stepped in once. Buyer stepped in twice. We have London high, Asia high as potential targets here. We do have Labor Day. So not sure how much volume we have to get any of these targets, but we do have these are definitely our targets above. We got our targets in place here. We still have last week's low that was taken. Yes, it was taken. So yeah, this is pretty bullish in my opinion. We took last week's low. Powell candle is still for the taking. That's going to be down here for when we do decide to get there. Last week, Friday's low. So this would be August 20th. So this is 2 weeks ago. That's going to be Friday the 22nd. Gotta have all this shit marked out, guys. But this is bullish. Very bullish. Not really any volume to really trade off of, but I mean, we have targets. We gotta maybe just take our trades here. Just gonna get in this fucking trade. I don't even care anymore. These are my blue blockers, man. Too much screen time after last night. And what's up, Mr. Nightwave? How do I mod? I don't know how to mod. I just click on your name and mod you? Dude, you're the YouTube guy. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. Not looking too hot here. We should hold 50% of this wick. So 483 should hold this. Let's see if it does. It's looking good. This is perfect. I love to see this. We're holding off that 15-minute OB here. And we had a CISD on the 15-minute. It's looking good. Wish I could add to this position. That'd be great. Very weird why it's not. It says I have 4 accounts connected, but I don't see all 4 accounts being. Maybe these are the only 2 that have the data stuff they were talking about. I guess it would probably be smart if I can make it so that it shows the data, right? On the live data, maybe. How do I enable the data feed? Sorry guys, 1 second. Just trying to figure this out. How do I enable this data feed on this trade copier? There we go. That's the candle I wanted to see. Where is the data feed? I don't know how to mod on. You said you don't know how to. You don't know how to mod on YouTube. Yeah, me neither. Got to figure that out. This is all new to me, guys. But we have 300 subscribers, so I figured, you know what? It's time to really start pushing this YouTube, especially since we've been killing it in TraderMade. Matt, really impressed with your trading, bro. Up 14K on the funded accounts is freaking incredible. I really want there to be a live feed here on the trade copier, so you guys can see the amount I'm up or down live. There's a way to do it, but this is a new trade copier that I'm using, so I'm trying to figure out exactly how to get it done. We're up fucking nicely though. We did take this high though, so I got to be careful here. Maybe we could sell one of our contracts in case this thing wants to sell off on us here. We just did a 15-minute high take in, 4-hour highs take in. So this thing could, buyers need to step in here or this thing's going to flush back down into the range. And I don't want to be holding this when that happens. Won't be too hot if we flush below 87s here. Yeah, not looking too hot because we just took the top of the range here. We could come down for the low part of the range now. That sucks. I was up pretty much 200 across. I was up about 200 across all these accounts. So we were up a pretty nice amount. I mean, five accounts here. So we were up over $1,000 on that. Got to be careful here. 15-minute take-in, hourly take-in. 4 hours up here, though. That's what I was kind of targeting, is that 4 hour, right? But here's your 4 hour. This is your candle 1, candle 2 on the 4 hour. Candle 3, it should be an expansion candle. It didn't really expand to the highs. So I was hoping candle 4 opens, takes out some liquidity below, and then continues higher, right? That's the idea behind this trade. We're trading a 4 hour candle. That's why my stop is at the bottom of this 4 hour candle. But we're going to need to see some buyers stepping in here because we did just take the hourly high and the 15-minute high. So buyers need to get some need to get stepping here on this trade. If we close below this this 1 minute gap here, would not be pretty for me. Let's just say. It looks like we are starting to close below the gap. Yeah, it kind of sucks because once that got taken there by this candle here, the sellers really stepped in to bring this thing right back down into the range. It is, what time is it? 11:08. So yeah, this is a pretty bearish scenario here that kind of turned on me, right? Never really want to be in the trade as soon as the hourly candle sweeps. You really want to go break even. But my entry was looking for a breakout up into that 4-hour highs, which is the 500s. This is definitely not hot. Most likely going to dump here. Let's see what happens here. But I don't think it looks going to look pretty for my end. Probably shouldn't have been holding for these higher time frame targets on a day like today where we have no volume, that's for sure. So we'll see. See what happens here on this trade. And I want to figure out how to get the live data feed going on these accounts. Edit. Yeah, this is going to just dump on me. How do you turn the live data feed on, brother? Give me the answers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, boys and girls. I don't know. This is where I would take a reversal trade. 11 a.m. reversal trade would be so nice. These two 15-minute lows just got taken, so we need to hope that buyers step in at the 15-minute lows here, and that we don't want to see a dump down to that hourly low. Because if we want to see hourly low, then obviously I'm going to get stopped out on this trade, and it seems like that's probably going to be the move here, based on what happened up here, right? This sadness from buyers. Once we took these 15-minute and hourly highs, the buyers just did not show up to continue to take that the 4-hour highs there. So we're going to get taken out here for pretty decent loss. Which you guys are about to see on the update here, the loss on these accounts. By the way, guys, if you're in this in the chat, just give me a thumbs up here. Helps the channel grow. That's what I've heard from other YouTube people. So thumbs up helps the channel grow, guys. Might have to cut this trade here, which I don't want to do, but it's not looking pretty for us. Nice little push back up into the range here. Looks like buyers are trying to defend, which is nice to see. This is going to be a very important area. If we can get above this, I think we see a nice push to the upside here. Oof, got a nice rejection actually off of that. Really need to see buyers stepping in here. That's very sad to watch because that's exactly where I would enter for a short. Personally, I'm still holding this out of not hope, but the fact that we do have our targets are up here, in my opinion. But this, if you're an hourly trader and you're looking for an hourly short or a short based on an hourly, I mean, this is where you go short right here. This retest of this hourly inversion. But again, if this is the target on the higher time frame, right, I could see us continue higher here. And that would be beautiful because then once we got back above this range here, this would be your breaker to the upside, right? So could see a push higher, a return, and then a continuation to get our targets. But I don't know. It depends. I mean, it's Labor Day. It's 11 o'clock here, 11:13 a.m. Eastern, New York time. And buyers don't look like they want to push this thing any higher. So we will see what happens here. Don't really want to just take it off because I've been holding those for a while. We got edged here at our TP, I mean at our stop loss. Again, a close above this would be super bullish in my opinion and show us that buyers are willing to potentially take this back up. Go ahead and make this purple as it was inversed. Yeah, I mean, I'm trading evals, not funded accounts. So I don't really, you know, not that I don't care, but I'm not emotional about it at all, right? I can take this loss right on the chin, no problem, baby. And if I was trading funded accounts, I wouldn't be trading them on a holiday, that's for sure. And number two, I wouldn't be trading them after such a massive win last night, right? So we got to be careful here. Part of me wants to take it off here. We did just get that closure on the 15-minute, which is pretty bearish. I'm gonna close this out here. So we took a small loss on this trade, 161.40 across basically 4 accounts. So that's like $20 per account. I took it off because I don't love the fact that the 15-minute basically here took previous 15-minute highs and then closed back inside this range, right? But you have to acknowledge that the 15-minute also took the two 15-minute lows here. So we have indecisiveness happening here, and we're just kind of in this range, and we could just continue to chop around. And I don't want to sit here and wait for a move up or down, right? Because that's just pretty much gambling. The edge, my edge is gone currently. Now what I could do is I could take a trade. I could get back into a trade, and I could take a trade based on the continuation here. And what it would look like is something like this. If we get this closure here, all right, we got the closure. So it would look something like this, take profit at the highs, and then my stop would be, would have to be that. So we could do 3 again, risk $300 to make 750. That's a really good risk reward. $15-minute took the lows, the hourly. This looks pretty good, actually. I kind of like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. It's a good risk reward here. Let's go ahead and try it, guys. Can it get me in the trade? Okay, there we go. Let's just try it. I like the risk reward here, right? So it's like basically a 2-hour trade if it works out. We just pushed above. I don't really care too much about, I mean, this is important, but I really care about this gap here. Right? So anyone could trade. I mean, there's multiple ways to trade this. We still have targets above, right? If I didn't have these targets here, I would not get into this trade, obviously. We got to always have those higher time frame targets. But the thing I like about this trade is there's a couple ways to trade this as far as risk reward. You could get in, I mean, my entry should have been like these 480s, but it's fine. But you can get into something like this and just put your stop below this this area here, right? Which gives you a really nice risk reward, because that would give you 2R there. So that's probably what I need to do. I need to bring my stop up to there. So risking now, it's just so little. I mean, dude, this is like 5 points, 6 points. This is so little. I think I like it. I think I feel more comfortable a 1-to-1 almost on this trade, just because it's Labor Day, not a lot of volume. We need a little bit of room here. I don't want to, 6 points is nothing, but I definitely think we could test these 500s, take out those London highs. This is kind of going against the T-Trades model, which printed a bearish scenario here, and I agree with it based on the 15-minute and the hourly, but I'm still looking for those higher targets. So we're going to hold this trade to the upside here. The shitty part is that this trade doesn't even help me pass, right? Like, I'm still pretty far away from passing on this trade, or will be on these trades, on these accounts. No, I closed for like a $30 loss on the last trades, but dude, these are the FFF evals. These are FFFs and some funded necks that I didn't realize I still had. When I was trading last night, I was just trading the Apex last night. So we have 10 funded Apex accounts that we're trading now after last night, which is amazing. 7 of them are up about $1,500 each, which is also amazing. But yeah, basically we are closing and basically on this trade here. If this goes to my TP, I will be up. I'll be close to passing all these accounts basically. But you know, the funny part about this trade is I was in this previously and had to hold this thing, and yeah, let's go, baby. Come on. Don't want to celebrate too early here. This candle has no lower wick here, which is a little sketchy. And we just took this high again now, so I don't really want to see us continue lower here. I want to see buyers actually for the first time step in, because they weren't really doing shit on the last push. So let's see if they learned their lesson here and they're going to actually take us to our targets. That's the high there that just got taken. We're going to go ahead and mark this with these little dots that I like. Going to go ahead and mark this as liquidity that was taken. So usually if I'm trading funded accounts, I probably would take 1 or 2 contracts off at these highs again. But in this case, we're going to hold this into our targets here. Doesn't make sense to take anything off. Standard deviations of this move here on the 1 minute would tell us that price is going way higher. Most likely into those 512s at least. So we hold here, guys. Again, on a regular trading day, this probably spools to those London highs right off this push here. A day like today where there's not really much volume, you know, who knows how long it'll take to get there. You know, something to watch here. I have ES here on the right, guys, for anyone that doesn't know what that is on the right here. You know, what I was watching is this hourly candle opened, came all the way down and tapped into an hourly gap, right? Taking previous hourly low. And then now I should see this continue this way, right? So that helped me get back into this trade off the entry. And as you can see here on NQ, what did NQ do down here, guys, on the hourly? Did not take the hourly low. So what does that give us? That gives us hourly SMT with ES, allowing us to take this trade right into my target. At least that's the goal. Beautiful trade here live on YouTube. Matt says, I go break even here at this point. I agree, Matt, but you know what? I'm so confident in this trade with the hourly SMT that I'm going to just hold it here. I should be break even, though, after we took that high. You're right. You're correct. But you know what I'm going to do, actually, is we're going to be smart. We're going to take just one off in case this wants to edge and not give me my We're going to sell one up here. Ooh, it's not what I was trying to do, but okay. All right, we're out for 1 here. Modify these orders to 2. And now we can go break even here on these trades. Took off some profit there. As you guys can see the group total right now so far. We're up $621 here live on YouTube. Well, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a blow past London highs. You know, I could probably just do 1 here. Let's do 1 here, and then let's hold a runner to see if we do get a nice push into like those 12s, 512s. That would be beautiful. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is move my stop to below the midpoint of this gap, as this gap should hold price higher. Let's go ahead and mark it out. 1 minute breakout gap here. That's your midline of the breakout gap. So price should not trade below that midpoint if we're going to continue higher. So be somewhere like this would be nice. This is your breakout gap. We can now move our, we are not risking anything anymore. There we go, baby. Spool to the highs. Let's go. Yeah, we'll see. Once it gets taken, I'll start moving. I won't probably trail, to be honest. Actually, yeah, I probably would trail just because it's a London high. It is a holiday. There might not be a lot of there just might not be a lot of volume past London highs, right? It just might be that's it. It might be the end of the move. So probably will trail. Definitely don't want to see us now closing below this. That's for sure. Closure here a closure below this down candle would be really frustrating and would not be something that I want to see. Could move a stop one down to these lows here, as we should not trade to these lows. And as you guys can see, my target is right below London high. Just in case the market wants to do something funny at 500s, right? Which is right here. It seems like it is doing something funny at 500s. We are stalling at the 500s. So you got to think about that as a psychological level. Does the Labor Day volume have enough buyers to break us through 500s, even though London high is there, and that definitely seems like a target. And if you break down the Asia and London session, Asia was an accumulation session, London was a manipulation session, New York should be that distribution session, except for we don't know if that distribution is actually going to happen during a Labor Day, no volume, holiday. So yeah. With that said, we just have to wait and see here. I think my target that gets hit. Price is playing games currently at the 500s. Got to watch this though, just because. Oh, here we go. ES is pushing a little bit higher here, which is nice to see. I have to watch the 4 hour on ES is about to get hit, and so that is a something I have to watch, right? If ES's 4 hour gets taken before we get taken. Actually, I'm going to move my stop to the high, to that first 4 hour high there. I'll be okay with that. That'll be a nice profit target, only because I have to be careful here with S&T, right? If ES takes that 4 hour high and NQ doesn't take it, then that could work against my trades here. We could see a push back lower quick, and it could be pretty quickly too, or pretty quick too, but see what happens here. Markets do close in, I think it's 30 minutes, right? 12 o'clock, noon. So let's see if we can get this target here before the closure. Looks like we're about to get out of one more contract. Boom, we're out of that next contract. We are up nicely here, $1,556 live here on YouTube across the accounts. London high was taken. So that is a 4-hour high taken. ES did not take its 4-hour high currently, which means that we could see an SMT here at the highs. And so now I'm going to go ahead and move my stop loss to above this gap here and most likely this low. Just because we have an 4-hour SMT, right? And if anyone is asking, what do you mean by 4-hour SMT? Well, here you go, guys. These are the higher time frame candles on my chart here on the right. And as you can see, we'll draw it out here. This 4-hour high does not get taken yet by this 4-hour candle on ES. But on NQ, here's the 4-hour high, right? And we do take it, and we are now back in the range prior to taking that high. So we don't ever really want to see SMT occurring, especially at these kind of target areas, because we all know that's potential for reversal. But with that said, so far this is a beautiful, beautiful trade. And if I go ahead and take this off here at the London highs, which I'm not going to do because it doesn't make sense, I'm going to hold this trade a bit longer. But if I was to take it off here, we'd be up, I think, over $3,000 here live on the stream. And guys, if you're watching this, there's a few viewers here. If you're watching this, please give us a thumbs up or give me a thumbs up here, guys. New to YouTube, excited to be streaming on YouTube, excited to be sharing my trading knowledge. But it only really helps if you guys are giving me a thumbs up and are subscribing to the channel, right? Okay, so ES just took its 4-hour high. We have no more SMT here. Next 4-hour high, which is this one here, would be nice to take. Let me see if our 4-hour high here. So we've taken both 4-hour highs. We have an SMT again here at the highs, because as you can see here, NQ is now above both of its previous 4 hours, and ES is only above one, not the second one. Also, this is an SMT here, right? So you have this 4-hour and this 4-hour, and this 4-hour took the previous 4-hour there, where, as you can see on NQ, this 4-hour did not take that 4-hour high. So there's an SMT here at the highs. All right, guys. So far we are currently at a $2.32 trade here. Obviously not all contracts, but for a majority of these, it's looking good. We do have a 15-minute high here, so I'm going to watch the 30-second time frame here. Make sure we get no 30-second inversions. This could be a 30-second inversion here. So again, guys, the 15-minute candles, when they sweep previous highs, that unlocks the 30-second chart, right? So always something to be watching here, as the trade can move against us. We did get this 30-second sweep here. Let's see what happens here. If we can't get back above that, could be time to exit. But it's looking good for higher prices here, especially ES looks like it's going for higher. Where's ES's London high? I didn't mark it out today. We have it up here at We have it up here. Does ES have what it takes to come and get its London high today? Or is the SMT between NQ and ES just too strong and prices continue to reverse to the downside? We don't know yet. We will see what happens here. Go ahead and moving this to this low here now, as this is 30-second breakout gap from the London high to the that pushed across there. Don't really want to see prices trade below that. We're back above that 30-second the first 30-second inversion there. So that's nice. Let's see if we get a closure back above that. Nice. We closed right back above it, which is a beautiful sign for continuation here. Nice. Price is spooling up to the upside here. We've now taken another high here. Should see this hold here. Beautiful. See that continuation up into those 510s to 512s would be nice. I don't know if we have enough time to go for that, to be honest. I mean, can you imagine, dude? 550s? I don't know. I don't think there's enough time or energy here for this. You know, we have peaked above this nice range here, so really, this just needs to be buyers constantly pushing price higher here. We don't really want to see much sellers stepping in, because this is where they would step in, right? Right at the top of that range. It's going to be a good test here, because this just took that prior low right here. Prior low got taken there on the 30-second chart. So this is where buyers need to be defending, right? It is right below that London high as well. So this is a very key area here. We don't really want to see prices below this. So we're going to go ahead and move our stop to this gap here and just keep trailing this. We're nicely in profits though, so can't be upset here. If I close out now, it's an extra $1,000. We'll be up $25.56 here on the stream. So Matt, I've ordered a bunch of stuff. We're gonna get some new lights, some nice lights. We're gonna have some nice clear lights behind us on the wall there, on the black wall. Couple of things here to make this YouTube stream way nicer. Who here is enjoying this YouTube stream? Got about 7 viewers here. Yo, you better get your office looking sexy, dude. I ordered tube lights. I might change my camera. So right now I have a DSLR, but it's kind of big and I can't get the DSLR to, I can't get it to sit right in front of the screen, right? Because it's just like a big camera. So I might order another camera that just sits right in the center there, so you get a better view from in front of me. But we'll just have to wait and see what I end up doing, right? It'll be a surprise, but I think it's going to be exciting. Yeah, I know you're streaming on Twitch, dude. That's going to be amazing. And I really think you should be switching back and forth between gaming and trading at the same time. Just back and forth, back and forth. I think that would be the best thing. You guys like my blue blockers? They're kind of funny, right? Dude, these are like Razer, I think. No, they're not Razer. Yeah, they are. They're Razer, aren't they? No, these are Gunnar. Yeah, these are the Razer. For gamers, by gamers. Yeah, these are the Razer Edition Gunnars. Pretty fire. Dude, you should definitely stream your Globex trading. You're really good at nighttime trading. So I would definitely stream that. Dude, that's what I need. Matt, send me the link to those. Where'd you get that? Where'd you get those? Those light bars. That's what I need. ES is edging its London highs here. NQ struggling to continue higher. I would be happy with 510. 5 more points, guys. That'll put us at about $300 or $400 profit on this one contract. That would be another $2,000 here. We'd be up 35.56 on the live stream. Let's go ahead and show you the major. Looks like we're starting to get this kind of like this kind of situation here, this kind of trend line thing going on. Not that I trade trend lines, but you know, every once in a while I look to see what are retail traders watching. It looks like I guarantee retail traders are starting to draw this thing out. Is it going to be something like this? Waiting for the breakout. What I don't want to happen is I don't want us to break below, stop me out, and then continue higher, right? But who knows? If we can hit 510s, which is what I would like to hit, this trade would be almost a 3R trade. I guess it's looking good for higher, though. We're in a 30-second range here. In the most humble way possible, I believe I'm good at trading, but I just get greedy and have poor risk management sometimes. Yes, you do, but that is all stuff that can be worked on. And that is the beautiful thing about you, is that once you can get that part of it down, dude, you're going to be a killer trader the same way that you are a killer gamer. Also, appreciate you posting the link to the YouTube in the Discord. I probably should have done that. All right, you sent me the link. Let me check it out. They're actually kind of nice, dude. Are they bright enough that they actually light up like a wall at nighttime? Because they're kind of skinny looking, so I'm like, are they going to actually like... Can you make them all one color as well? Oh, I don't know about, I think it was. An ex-girlfriend was definitely a huge problem. That was definitely a big issue. God, we are just doing nothing here at the highs. Okay, sick. So we're going to have to do that. I'm on the 30-second chart because literally all I have as far as gaps is the 30-second, right? And we are watching the 15-minute. This is the 15-minute. So in about 1 minute, we're going to close with a 15-minute gap here. And I would love to see us close above 504 on the 15-minute. That would be very bullish to the upside because that would be a closure above previous 15-minute candle. But regardless, as soon as we close here, if this next candle opens, takes this low, we should see that push higher. But again, would love to see a closure above 504. Did not get the closure above 504, but we do have a nice 15-minute gap here. Technically, I could move my stop loss to the, like I could do one of these, right? To the midpoint of that 15-minute, because now price should definitely hold here. But again, here is buyer need to be stepping in right here at this gap inside this 15-minute. So we have a 30-second gap within this 15-minute. Really need to see some buyers stepping in this area. This 15-minute gap needs to not extend length of boxes. We're going to go to 10 here. Okay, I didn't do anything. 5 maybe. Okay, there we go. Nice gap. Okay, so we held that 30-second right now so far. So this is looking better, right? Because I love that we just broke below this channel. A lot of traders were watching this, most likely telling themselves, we have this wedge here, we are above London high, this needs to sell off, right? So a lot of people are trying to short this thing for sure, while we're just holding for continuation to those 510s, which, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and put a sell limit here at the target. And why 510s, you ask? Well, -1 is sitting at 512.50, and -1 is a pretty good place to gauge price, as price likes to potentially pull back from there and then heading to its -2 to -2.5 on its standard deviation targets. That's why it's there. But again, one thing we do have to watch out for here is a closure below this 30-second would be kind of bearish, because we would be closing the 15-minute unlocks 30 seconds, and we would be closing below a 30-second gap that happened after a closure below this previous high. So we'll see. Might get tagged out here, and if I do, that's fine. Would love to see this 15-minute center or equilibrium or consequent encroachment right there hold for price to bounce off of. Make that a blue line here, as it should be bullish. Give us a little more breathing room just because I'm already in profits pretty nicely. We've already secured 1556. So we'll see what happens here. So 15-minute gap, but we have no 1-minute inversions here or any 1-minute gaps to the downside, which is kind of annoying. No 30-second gaps to the downside either. Really annoying price action here, but so far that 15-minute consequent encroachment here has been holding. So that's the positive side here. By the way, guys, if you're watching this YouTube and you would like to learn how I trade, which is very much based on ICT concepts, liquidity, and much more, you can go ahead and join our Discord. We have a free Discord. It's discord.gg/tmade. Make this a little bigger for you guys. So it's discord.gg/tmade, and we do have, it is free. Anyone can join, but we do sell a VIP membership, a monthly membership, right? And that membership gets you all the live streams, plus allows you to join in on what we're starting to do, which is called a focus group, which is a once a week group that meets where you get to have your questions answered, and share your trades and get feedback from myself or other analysts in TraderMade. So, not a mentorship, but something like a one-on-one, but in a group setting. So yeah, if anyone's interested, go to discord.gg/tmade. We're happy to have you. You could be free or you could join the membership. It is all up to you, but we're just here to build a community, and yeah, we appreciate everyone that supports us. I think the market's going to close here in 10 minutes. I don't know if we're going to get the push we want to see in the next 10 minutes, but we'll wait it out and see. Sellers want to reject this area here. Guys, we're going to close out here. 10 minutes till the market closes. We're going to secure our 2,500 bucks here. We're going to stop. We're going to stop trying to hold this thing for 5 or 6 more points. So that concludes the stream. We're up 25.42, which is beautiful. And before I let you guys go, I do appreciate all of you hanging out. I do appreciate you guys being part of this stream and potentially growing with us. That all is amazing, and yeah, there's not words that I can say and how much I appreciate and all that. If you want to support me and the TraderMade community, you can go ahead and use our code, which is the TMade, and that code will help you get a 90% off Apex. I know it says 80% below here, but it is 90% off right now. Funded Futures family today for the last, I think it's 1 day, 24 hours. You have a 60% off. And obviously Trade Syncer, it's a great trade copier that we support and promote here on TraderMade. That you get 10% off if you use our code. But yeah, again, guys, appreciate you all. Thank you for joining the Labor Day stream. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.